and welcome to The Next Big Star. I'm your host, James Kelly, and my co-host is Ninon de Rosa.
Oh, he's got it right.
Okay, all right. And on the show with us, we have the Velvet Chains, and representing the Velvet Chains today is Noelle and Jerry. So why don't you, I'll let Noelle introduce herself a little bit, give us your background and where you grew up, and then tell us a little bit about who you are.
All right, my name is Noelle. I'm the drummer of Velvet Chains. I was born and raised in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I moved to Vegas 5 years ago. Definitely a whole new world compared to the East Coast, that's for sure. But I love it out here. I love the entertainment industry and all the live music and all the opportunities in Las Vegas. I was pretty lucky. My parents, I was born and raised on rock and roll. My dad plays the guitar. My mom just loves everything rock and roll and everything music related.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I got into drumming. My dad played the guitar, and it just made sense for me to play drums so we could jam together. And I grew up jamming with my dad.
Daddy
And
loved that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we had a good old setup in our basement in Pennsylvania, and we would jam together all the time. So that was great.
So he was with a band?
Yeah, we played in bands together.
Just
He was
together?
in many
But there was
bands
no
my whole
specific-
life.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you, Jerry?
Wait. I don't know. I am a child of the universe, and I have been a gypsy since I could be a gypsy.
Okay.
You can eat the microphone. You can eat it. You can yeah.
Right.
There we go. We need that.
I
deep,
talked a lot
sexy
of
voice
nonsense
there.
earlier about how good I was on the microphone, and then I just was a mile away.
You blew it.
Yeah. So I'm a gypsy, but I've been here 6 years, about as long as Noelle. But
Okay.
I'm from the East Coast too, and that's one thing Noelle and I have in common in this band is we're from the same region.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're just two like snowflakes, not snowflakes, but you know what I'm saying. It's winter. You know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying.
What are you saying, Jerry? What are you up to?
We're,
What are you
we're like
doing?
we're two white suburban kids from the East Coast. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
And
what?
you're hanging out in Vegas.
And here we are in
Yeah,
Vegas.
there you go, in
Yes.
So what do you do with the band?
I'm the lead singer, and,
You're
and
lead
I
singer,
yeah,
okay.
and I play rhythm and guitar
Okay.
in the band. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and we're songwriters too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How come when people are in the band and they're singers how come they play so many instruments? They seem to be able to they have all this talent. It amazes me. I can't even play the piano. Never mind sing. Huh. But how does that happen? Oh, just
It's
talent.
a natural
talent.
inclination.
Yeah,
You're
there
just
you go.
drawn toward it. Other people are drawn towards other things.
Yes.
You know,
But they always play so many instruments, and I think that's amazing. It's
It is
fabulous.
amazing,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
How many instruments do you play, Noelle?
Definitely mainly drums. I started off playing guitar, but I would not call myself a guitar player
But you probably
at
play
all.
far better than most young ladies.
I kind of memorize where to put my fingers type of
Yeah,
thing. I don't
yeah.
really know a lot about the instrument, but I started off on the guitar and just couldn't really get into it. It wasn't my thing. I didn't want to practice, and my guitar teacher at the time told me I had really good timing. And he said, I can tell that you don't want to practice much on the guitar, but you love music and you have great timing. And he was the one to actually say, I think you should try the drums. So
what a great choice that
I didn't
was
even
for
have
you.
a drum set, and I was using drumsticks and drumming on pillows and whatever I could find in the house, and took a few lessons and instantly fell in love with the instrument and wanted to practice and wanted to spend my free time learning that instrument. So I knew that was my
What kind
thing.
of
That's
adrenaline do
great,
you
yeah.
get when you go on stage? You know, you're a woman up there, and there's not many of you playing the drums. Does it give you that kind of adrenaline? You walk out in this gorgeous
Yeah, it's
looking...
definitely a powerful feeling to be
Yeah,
able
yeah.
to walk up on that stage and to play in front of all those people, and for all of those people to be there to see you. That's a good
Yeah.
feeling. It's definitely, I'm one of those people, I have a little bit of nerves, but the second I sit down at my drum set, everything
Off
is
you
good.
go.
Yep. Good to go.
Do you play the drums, James?
Never. Violin.
Oh, you're a violin player.
Well, that's one
Love it.
instrument that's very. I play a lot of.
I know you know what a microphone is, Jerry.
Just getting used to it.
This is the thing. I play a lot of instruments, but violin for me has been one that, like, it's always a screeching cat, no matter what I do.
Yeah. Well,
That's a hard
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yes, very.
I don't play anymore, but I did
and
when I
yet
was
they have a
younger.
lot of violins now, electric violins in bands now. A
Yeah,
lot of them,
exactly,
they
yeah,
have,
yeah.
and they sound amazing because they really chirp away. Whatever.
And it's a lot of strong females doing it.
Yes.
And I think that's cool about the Vegas scene is
Yeah.
you always see like just a girl out there just like
But they
it's
have, I
good.
think they have an agency or a group out here of women, young girls, and they're all gorgeous. I mean, they're beautiful, and they've got these great outfits. They don't look anything like we think of violins as sitting back there with the black on and the whole. These are outrageous, but they're beautiful players. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. So how long has the Velvet Chains been together?
It's been almost three years
Oh, wow,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
a little
long.
over 2 years.
Yeah. So you're in the Vegas scene. Have you traveled outside Vegas with your group?
L.A. once.
LA once?
We played the Conga Room. It's right outside the Staples Center.
I bet
I know
Ninon knows
exactly
where.
where
Yeah,
that
no, that's a
is.
hot
That's a
room.
hot room.
It's a hot room.
So your first date in Los Angeles is the hot room.
Yeah, and this
Cool.
was at the beginning of the quarantine, right before the quarantine. We were in LA before like they dropped the whole like stay home stuff.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
before COVID hit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was great because we got a big LA trip with our band, and we got to play at the Conga Room. So it was kind of our last hoorah before
Oh, well, that's
COVID
great.
hit.
Before the last hoorah of COVID.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, we're sure you're going to get back out there again.
Oh, of
Definitely.
So,
It
Hopefully
will be
soon.
glorious.
yeah. So where all have you played in Las Vegas? Where have you been in Vegas in your clubs?
All over the place, really.
Yeah.
We've played Goldmine Tavern
Okay.
in Henderson. We play Tuscany a lot.
Oh,
Is that
Tuscany,
the
yeah.
Copa
yeah.
Room?
I'm there
Yeah.
all the time.
Yep,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Copa Room in
Oh,
Tuscany.
so that's where you hang out, James.
That's where I hang out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A lot
Nice.
of local spots in
Yeah.
Vegas. The E String, we've played there. A couple places on Main Street, the Velveteen Rabbit. Just
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
any place that will have us.
Yeah. So what are you what's your plans after COVID? What have you had? Do you have anything lined up?
The world.
Yeah, we're
We have the world lined up right now.
I think
Yeah.
we're all ready
You're
for
our
that
next
one.
big star, so you got to give us some
We do.
idea of what you're doing here.
We are we're about to record our first album.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and we're working. We've got some heavy hitters in the industries collaborating with us.
Okay.
Awesome.
We're working with some people out of Seattle. And we're just trying to capture the dirt of the grunge era. You know what I
Absolutely,
mean?
yeah.
So we're just getting ready. We're putting the album together, and then a video like a month later with Dean Carr, by the way, who's done like Dave Matthews. Everybody.
Oh, wow.
This guy's at this.
yeah,
right there.
look him up.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So we're gonna shoot
How'd
a
you get
video.
hooked up with him? I mean, this is pretty cool.
Hard work, hard work.
Hard work. And your band has only been in for what, 2 years? 3 years, you said.
Right.
So where are you planning on going? Because is this your first CD you've brought out? It is.
First album,
So
yeah.
Your first album. I never know whether to call them a CD.
I know.
or
I don't
Album
a
either.
disc. I don't
Album sounds
Download,
fancy.
whatever.
Anyway,
yeah.
this round thing that music comes off.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
45.
45. So this must be very exciting for you. Also, I've noticed that they're going to, there's a word going out there, they're opening up all the hotels end of March, roughly. We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
Can you get bookings in there as a how many are in the group? 4 of you in the group? Do you play loud? Are you a loud hitter?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
yeah.
The
just
other-
so you
by
know,
the way-
Jerry, the shaking up and down, yes and no won't work. You got to talk.
It's not on video.
It is,
It's on
but
video. And
we also have an audience on the podcast.
I feel like my head
So-
is going around in circles, actually, not just up and down and back and forth. My apologies.
We're going to teach you how to use the microphone and how to
oh,
talk.
poor Jerry.
I had to record my vocals early March, so this is helping me.
There you go. You're having lessons. So that must be exciting that they're coming back to Vegas. I mean, everything's opening up. Getting ready for bookings? Are you practicing every day? What are you doing?
Yeah, we get together and we practice twice a week.
Oh, cool.
Originals, and we still practice covers just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And
So you keep yourselves in working and keep yourselves busy.
Yeah, and
with it,
even right when COVID hit, one thing I'm proud of us because we never really sat back and let COVID
Take
affect
over.
us and take over. Yeah, we got a lot stronger as a band together
great.
during COVID.
Yeah.
That's when we got together and we started writing original music. We didn't have any originals pre-COVID.
So now you have originals.
So now we have
you
a
know,
whole
there's been
album worth.
advantage. There's been a big advantage to this COVID thing. So I always look at the positive side of life anyway, James, because I always feel that there's always something out there to take out of something that's really sort of not that good. So
I agree.
I think a lot of people, it's like we're doing this show and we're doing, for the next star. So explain a little bit about what you've got in mind for this show that we're doing, because they're going to be the next stars.
Well, I like to interview people who are on the cusp of making it or just starting out, either one, because it's fun to go back a few years from now to see where you are, what happened. I actually had this show once before on KLAV 9 years ago, and I interviewed a young lady who was 16, and it was fun to have her come back, and she was on the show with me 5 years later, and her career's starting to take off. She was actually in a movie with Meryl Streep.
Oh,
So,
wow.
it wasn't a big part, but at least she was in that movie, and then, just to see that progression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you like to see.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to see who is our next big star. We'll go back and we'll revisit this, a few years from now. We'll have you on before then. But, we'll also revisit.
We'll probably have them on next year and they're going to be stars.
Just remember, when you're a big star,
Don't forget us.
come back.
This is where we started.
Yeah, right. We are already friends, and I like this because we've already met and we've already
Yeah, well, you've
chatted.
been on my show because I have a show, Vegas
Yes.
Live with
Yeah.
Ninon, so
Yes.
we've been on that show.
Yeah.
And so I guess what James and I kind of do, we kind of put the entertainment out there. We want people to know who they are and what they are and where they're going, and because you need that. Because you can't get on maybe the big shows, and you don't want to get on the little shows, and we're not a little show, and we're not a big show, we're just a show.
It's real. It's
We're in
real.
the between
It's a
there.
real
It's
show.
It's a real show.
It's a real
Yeah.
show.
Oh,
Yes, there
thank
you
you.
go.
So
Thank
so
you, Jerry.
so let's go guns ablaze with Velvet Chains right now.
Okay.
So
Velvet
yeah,
Chains.
so we've got an album coming out, yet to be named, by the way, and we're shooting a video with the infamous Dean Carr,
Yeah.
and we have a booking agent, but we're just all like we're like war horses at the gate.
The velvet horse is
Right,
running out of the
right.
gate.
Once
There
the
we go.
gate opens, we're
yeah,
we're
God.
going to be in the front. We are, and we're going to be big and muscular.
All right. So are these going to be all originals on the album? Oh, wow.
I
So
love
you
all
really have
originals.
taken
10 songs.
advantage of this whole situation. That's great.
Do you ever sing? Do you ever get a chance?
No, I'm working on it.
She's pushing her way to the
I'm
front.
working. It's really hard. Drums is already, like the pat your head, rub your stomach.
All at
Every
one time.
limb is
Yeah.
doing something different in different timing, and
Of course.
it's really difficult to just drum, let alone drum and then try to sing at the same time. So I'm working on
You're
it.
going to teach her? You're going to...
If she's willing, yes. But she does sing. She's written some of the lyrics and some of the melodies for our originals. So she has broken out of a shell and sang in front of us, at least.
Yes.
Which is a big deal for some people.
It is.
Right?
That is
That's a big
Well,
deal for
well,
me. Yeah, I've never done
just
that
keep
before,
in mind
so.
a
Yeah,
lot
but you're
of
being very modest.
Hmm.
So you do have a voice. She does have a voice. So we're going to hear it one day.
yeah.
Definitely.
A lot of singers came from the drums. Phil Collins, I can think
Yeah.
of. Karen Carpenter was a drummer.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
Yeah, both great singers.
Jerry, you think you're doing a little a cappella?
What do you want to hear?
What do you want to sing?
I don't remember the lyrics, but I'll give you my best Elvis.
Give me your best.
No, I don't even want to sing like him because
Yeah, just be
that's
you.
cliche.
Yeah.
We're caught in a trap. There's no way out. Because I love you too much, Ninon.
Ooh, he's got my heart.
There you go.
See, I love putting singers on a spot because
Yes.
I always feel that if they can sing anytime, any place, anywhere. And so far, asking people to do that, singers they do it, and they're very happy doing it.
Yeah.
It's you've got a voice. You've got a beautiful voice, by the way.
Thank you. I got a little like sugar rush from doing it.
I can imagine what I got. Okay, you having a drink later? Anyway.
Do you guys have an agent? Do you have an agent yet? Or who's promoting you?
We're not right. Yeah, thank you. By the way, this is awesome.
We're promoting you.
And we are promoting you too. This is great. This is like a conjunctive.
Absolutely.
We are in the works. We're working with some people, and we're testing the waters because this is our first time. It's our first run. So you're going to meet the good. You're going to meet the bad. Somebody's going to take your money. Right. Somebody's going to do you good. So we're figuring it out.
Well, we're putting that out there, so maybe you'll find it, and an agent or a manager.
Yeah.
So
So what's your call coming out of the gate? They're coming out of the gate.
The war horses.
The war horses, the velvet war horses are coming out of the gate mighty fast.
Yeah. But I like the idea that you're putting a video together because that's going to do wonders for you.
Well, especially with your own lyrics and your own stuff. I think that's really that sort of, it's going to be yours.
And we plan on, we're going to come out strong with the music video with our first release. And then, some singles from there, maybe some like lyric videos to go along with it. And then eventually the whole album. So, we'll give you little teasers.
And Jerry, we're going to need you to adjust your mic there a little bit so it's...
Oh.
By the way, this is what my microphone looks like on stage. It's like halfway on the side, and I'm just like trying to... I'm running up to it. No, I'm running up to it and like just barely catching my lyric. Yeah. It's just...
So you move around a lot on stage, huh?
Mick Jagger, I try to...
Are you like a Mick Jagger?
Well, he's one of
Where's the lips?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I wasn't born with that, but even if I stick them out, there's nothing.
Nothing happens.
No. Well, I mean, something's. I mean,
something happens.
Sometimes I just close my eyes and put my lips out in the air and see if something happens, but
it does.
Those
women out there, believe me, they give one look at you and they go,
Well, let's turn this into a dating show because dating during COVID. I mean.
Yeah,
come on, why bother?
Why bother?
Well, a lot of people don't know that I actually used to represent someone called Marshall Fender and the Note Slingers about 20-something years ago. And one of the things we learned, because he was just an upstart, was you had to get that video. That video is key. So I'm glad to hear you doing that.
I think it's amazing what they're doing and putting it all
together.
Yeah. Now, you have two other people in the band, don't you?
Yes. Don't you? Go ahead.
Their bellies hurt tonight.
They've been singing too much?
I don't know. No, it's all good. They just couldn't make it. It's all good. But, however, though, I mean, we were the chosen ambassadors for this particular situation. So
thank you,
I think it's
wonderful. Thank you for having us.
We definitely do.
So why don't you tell us the names of the other two members?
Nils is the bass player.
Okay.
And Lohan is our lead guitar player.
And how did they come into the group?
Nils actually kind of started this whole crazy ride with a Craigslist ad, actually.
Wow.
And
that's interesting.
All of us found him on Craigslist.
That is really interesting.
I responded to his Craigslist ad, and Velvet Chains took off from there.
And he had he lured me in with his ad because he was like, we don't care if you're transgender. We don't care if you're from another planet. We don't care. And I was like, well, I fit
that role.
Right. I mean,
that's me.
I am in the realm of complete weirdness. So it's like
this is it.
We're all a little group of misfits, that's for sure. But it was, show up, have your own equipment, have a ride to practice, and we're good to go.
Did you have the name then, or did you put the name together with the four of you?
We all came up with the name.
We all came up with the name.
Yeah.
That's not true. I wasn't there.
It was Nils and I that came up with the name. So I initially reached out to Nils's first Craigslist ad, and we got together, and there was some other people in the band, and it just didn't work out. They moved away, and no hard feelings. But eventually we found. Next was Lohan, the lead guitar player, who had just responded to the Craigslist ad as well. And then we found Jerry, but it was Nils and I who came up with the Velvet Chains.
So does Nils sing? Because if you're the lead singer, Jerry, how did that come about?
They probably went through.
We went through a couple before we
they
found Jerry.
kissed a bunch of toads before. You know what I'm saying?
And then they found the pretty face. I got it. I got it.
Wow.
Well, they found someone with action. I mean, you look.
Mick Jagger lips. I stuck them out. I was like, can I sing for your band? I stuck my lips out.
the tongue followed, right?
It unfurled onto the floor like the red carpet.
Now we're getting into a kiss scene here.
Kiss. Well, that was a good group, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kiss.
Matter of fact, speaking of albums, etc., dating myself, but I don't care.
That's okay.
I was talking to a good friend today about young kids today don't know what it's like to open an album up. Because I remember being like 11 years old and opening up Kiss Destroyer. And these guys look like monsters.
Yeah,
and I was like
they were.
11. I was like, who? And then I listened to it. I was like, wow, I think I just sold my soul to whatever this dark side is.
Wow.
And they're fabulous. They've got a group like that here in Vegas, haven't they?
Yes.
Another group, not the Kiss themselves. And I've had them on my show, and they're the nicest guys you could ever wish to meet.
They do it for the love of it.
They do. And they take 2 or 3 hours to put that makeup on. So they come onto my show with full makeup, and I feel so guilty because they're supposed to spend 2 hours putting this makeup on. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what you call dedication.
That's right.
Dedication to what they like to do, and it's amazing.
Kind of like
Amazing.
we have to do pre-show.
Yeah, well, well, James had to go.
Took me a while to get ready here today.
it took him a couple of hours to get ready.
But he's not wearing pants, by the way. You can,
Oh, wait a minute.
He's got pajamas on.
Pajamas, sorry.
With
Flannel.
I was told
With
all I
ducks
needed
over
was
them.
the shirt and the tie is all I need. That's all.
He's
That's
got
what
a
I was
tie.
told.
Your collar's going up. You'll put your collar down. There you go.
heck,
There you are.
You can
That's
tell I'm
it.
used to wearing this.
Yeah, he
so.
doesn't like wearing all this stuff. But I think this is an amazing show, and I love to hear all about the up-and-coming stars and get you out there and sort of, do our little bit to help you. And sort of, because you dedicate, people in the music industry dedicate their lives so much to the music, not so much for the money, but they seem to dedicate, for the talent and everything. It's just, to me, it's amazing. And if we can be of any help, James and I can be any help to get you out of the gate,
We'll
the
get you out.
velvet.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah,
It's all
everybody
good.
helps everybody. It's all good.
Where is your studio? Where do you practice? Where do you record?
Most of the time we're at, it's called MDV
Okay.
Rehearsal Studios.
All right.
It's right down the street from our present location. So it's in Las Vegas,
I think I know where there used to be one right down there on.
Oquendo Road.
Oh yeah. Well,
Isn't that where we're at?
Yeah,
it's
we're
like
kinda
another.
there. Yes,
it's
we
like
are.
left turn,
Yeah.
right turn.
Right down the
the
street.
other.
Make a left, make a right, and you're there.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But there used to be one over on Hacienda as well, I believe, at one time. So
Yeah.
So any questions? For
I've
you?
got a questions. I want to know, where can people reach you? And you're obviously, they're looking for advertisers. They're looking for sponsors. You're probably looking for all the above, coming out of a pandemic and trying to get yourself out there. They're looking for bookings. And if there's a great manager out there, that would be cool as well. So
Absolutely.
I'm plugging you. Also, how can they reach you?
Noel.
Noel?
So at Velvet Chains Band
Okay.
on all social media.
Is that
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook?
Yep, you got it. TikTok.
I love
Yeah.
TikTok. I think it's great.
Jerry's actually been making some really cool graphic videos.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
By the way, yeah. If you guys need a video editor,
Oh,
Yeah,
That's going to be
don't,
Ninon.
don't say that.
no, seriously, I'm a video editor, rising star myself. I invested in a nice laptop, and I have Adobe Premiere Pro and
Oh my
After
goodness.
Effects, and
You should never have done this.
No, I should, and I make goofy, fun videos.
I love that. Do you do those boomerang things?
No, but you
The
mentioned that
boomerangs.
before.
Oh, they do these boomerang, which is a speeded up thing, and my guy used to do it all the time. But now we've got a green screen. But when you film those, they're fabulous to put on TikTok.
We just did one actually,
to
didn't
put
we?
on TikTok and put them all
Larry
over.
did it for us, yep.
I'm on Instagram. I get quite a lot of people viewing it on Instagram. So they're great things. So we've got to get one for Quirky Minds Media.
Yes, we wanted to. That's what we
Yeah,
have. We have the
Quirky
green
Minds
screen
Media.
studio out
Yeah.
here. You guys can come in, have
Okay.
fun. We'll have fun with it. I have an idea for you.
Yes.
What's the idea?
Well, from the very beginning, I wanted to have where we have a shop owner, because you know the studio here.
Yes.
And in the front, someone comes in, they don't see anyone, and there's a mask there, and this guy's drunk, and he's talking to the mask, thinking it's a person. And when they don't answer him, he gets upset. And he leaves, and he's going through, and he's looking through all these rooms and disappears. In comes the shop owner. the shop owner's going, where did he go? I know I saw someone go in there. And he goes back to the bathroom, and the person's not there, but he goes back to the bathroom. Every time a guest comes through that door, I want them to be whomever they want, and there's never anyone here.
I love it.
So we'll work on
So
this.
that's definitely Quirky Minds Media.
It's definitely
That's
Quirky.
See, the whole pants, no pants thing is making more sense now.
absolutely.
No, we
Yeah, yeah.
understand the whole thing.
Yeah. A loincloth, though,
By the way-
at least.
Where are your pants?
Wow.
Yeah,
No, he
yeah.
has pants on.
I think they're all clean right now except for like one pair. So I'm doing good on pants in life right now.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm the socks person, as Ninon can tell you. I run around the studio with no shoes.
No shoes, but he has
Yeah.
great looking socks. So
Yeah.
I got to buy him. His present's going to be socks. But I'm going to the sock business anyway.
That's right. You really
Yeah,
are.
I am.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
going to the sock business. You want to help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What
Yeah,
do you
look
mean?
at
Let's sock it to him.
Sock it to you.
There's
Yeah, sock
TikTok
it to me.
again. Get those socks
Yeah,
out
you
there
got
on
those
TikTok.
Socks on TikTok.
Socks on TikTok.
Socks on
Velvet
TikTok.
chain socks.
Of chain socks. No,
Velvet
no,
chain
no, no, no,
socks.
no. Velvet socks.
There
There you go. With the
Velvet
Velvet Chains
socks.
logo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
very
you
good.
go.
And I got the manufacturer
So
for you.
we got
so-
the manufacturer, so we're going to start up a whole new business. But my socks are actually called $5 socks. $5 sock company. That's what we call them. Because you get 3 pairs for $5.
But your feet won't stink after wearing them, like for a day. Because I bought cheap socks before, and I was like, man, I like that. No wonder they're cheap.
That's why they're cheap. No, they're not going to be cheap.
Okay, I
There's no
didn't-
such thing as cheap. They're going to be inexpensive.
Okay.
There you
I like
go.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Inexpensive.
All right.
Absolutely.
Good. All right. Cool.
I like this guy.
Nah.
I wish he was like 20 years older.
Why? No, are you kidding me? I'm gonna be just as messy in my life in 20 years. You don't want. Don't mess with me. I'll drag you down.
Well, we all have
love
something in
it.
common here because I wrote a book called The Red Soaks, which is about red socks
Yes.
and water. So anyway, and
So
we
we're all in the
won't go
sock
into that.
business,
Yeah,
but I think socks are worn all the time, especially through the pandemic. But we're coming on the end of it. But everybody wears socks, and
No.
socks are more popular than they've ever been.
Yeah, no, and fancy socks are cool.
I love fancy
socks that make a statement are even cooler.
Yeah, Foxy socks.
Yeah, Foxy Socks. Another brand. Another
There we
brand.
go.
Just keep talking, Jerry.
Foxy
Okay,
socks.
no, I just wanted. What's your other book? While we're promoting.
What's the
Come
other
on.
book?
You got like 1 minute.
Well, we have The Red Soaks. I have the Alien Transcripts, which you're reading right now.
Yes, I am currently
actually.
reading.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the purple thing.
And the Purple Caterpillar, which is another
Purple
children's
Caterpillar,
story.
another children's
Yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And then I have the Emblem, and I don't know, got some more.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
That's
Stuff.
enough for this show.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
James, I have to mention this. James Kelly is also an author. He writes and he ghost writes and he does everything. And actually, James is going to help me with my autobiography.
Yes, I am.
And
Yeah.
this is going to be a told story of my life. And it's going to start out as a kind of going on some channel, and then it's going to be just audio, and then it's going to be a book,
And then we're going to do
and
a
then
movie.
we're going to do a movie. But each one gets more dramatic than the next because the movie is going to tell all.
Yeah, she teases
I
you a little
tease
bit
I'm
till
gonna
you get to that
tease.
last one.
I love teasing.
May I be in your movie, please?
Absolutely.
Well, you're
yeah.
in it now.
I know exactly which one you're going to be.
The young lover.
No, he's going to be. No,
Well, I'm
yeah.
not even young,
Yeah,
but
no, the young lover is going to be the secret lover.
yeah.
There
No,
we
I
go.
like dirty little
Okay,
secrets. I
okay.
love
Little
it.
secrets. Well, it's not going to be a secret anymore.
All right, so one more time before we close out the show, where can we learn more about the Velvet Chains?
Velvet Chains Band, all social media.
Okay, so
Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram.
yeah,
Yep.
all of those. Okay,
Yeah.
All the named above.
all right. Would
And
you
the
like?
CD coming out?
Yeah, there we go. When do you anticipate your CD?
End of I don't know. End of
Well,
April. I
But
think, maybe?
we'll
But
learn
the
more
problem,
about it.
well,
Yeah.
the problem is we don't know when everything's opening up.
Well, that's
so
true,
you don't want to
too.
open
Very
up until
true.
you're ready to
Yeah.
open
And it's
up.
all up in the air right now because music video first,
Yes.
then a couple singles,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
full album. So
Okay.
we got a couple months to go, but we'll be putting out some
Feelers
fun
out there on-
teasers pretty
yeah,
soon.
teasers. Yeah.
Dropping bombs.
Yeah,
There we go. Okay.
Noel, do you work at all? Do you do something else? Do you?
I do. I am an occupational therapist.
Oh,
That's my
really?
day
I
job.
knew you.
I work in a nursing
I had
home.
a funny.
Oh, wow.
I had a funny
That's
feeling
very
you did
nice.
something quite intelligent because you've got that kind of. She's got this look, and she gets it all beats out on the drums.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. I got
Yeah.
the professional stuff going
Yeah.
on, done with working in the healthcare industry, and then I can let it all out in my rock and roll.
Because that's quite a long,
roll
that's
world.
quite a thing to accomplish actually. Because it's you went to university for that, right? University.
Yeah, and it's such a rewarding job to be able to rehab my patients. Somebody who comes in completely bedbound and a couple weeks, a couple months later, whatever it takes to
What
watch
about
them
COVID?
walk
Did you
out
have
the
any
door.
COVID people?
Yeah, we got hit with COVID pretty hard there at the beginning.
Yeah.
We lost some of our residents, and it was really heartbreaking for a while there. But
you got through
we're
it
going
all.
strong now.
Yeah,
we got
going
through
strong.
it. Yeah.
You got through it. So you did your part in the COVID
Yeah, I
thing,
tried.
as well as beating.
did everything
as
I
well as
could.
beating those drums.
Yep.
And Jerry, your secret talent is you're a doctor.
As I said earlier, I am a child of the universe, and I am a gypsy, and this is where I am at, and
Okay,
this
all
is
right.
what I'm doing. And I've sold my soul already, so
Well, who do you
here I
sell
am.
it to? Well, maybe we can buy
I
it
don't know.
back.
I don't know. It was just
So
like a
come buy it
dark
back.
figure. I don't know.
Finish my book and you'll know.
Right,
There you
right,
go,
fine,
okay.
fine.
Sounds wonderful. What a great interview,
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Well,
You're an amazing group.
Thank you both for being here today. We appreciate it, Noel, Jerry, and Ninon.
Yeah, I love being on the show. It's exciting. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
something.
this
That's
was
fun.
fun. Thank you for
I don't
having
have
us.
I don't have to lead the show. I can just sit back a little bit. Though I do a lot of talking, but I can't help it. That
Well,
was
hey,
bomb.
that's why
Well,
that's why we have you.
Okey-dokey.
So thank you again for joining us on the Next Big Star. Thank you.
Thank you.